Hello everyone, welcome back to Micah Makes. I am your host, Christopher Micah. Today we've got a video for you. It's a VHS lamp, this time featuring Top Gun. So let's take a look at it and then we'll get into the glamour shots. Alright, so we have standard original 1986 VHS tape. So for the infill, I have XPS foam with 2-ply of balsa wood, one covering the entire top part here, and then pieces underneath that forming a ring to add a hollow space underneath for the wires, and then just painted the end of it black there. Glued all those in and together. VHS tape, typical VHS, took it apart, did all the screws, added LEDs at the top and the bottom, going for that red, white, and blue effect. I'll show you on the front. But yeah, I cut the tape. I always do in any of these lamps, just so it's not in the way of the wiring and stuff, and just tape it to itself. But all the tape is in there. It's half and half on each side. I didn't take any of it out, so it's all there. But yeah, for the did red on the top, you got white here, and then blue here to kind of go with the logo. The F-14 3D printed, I believe I reduced it to 55% of the model size, and was having a lot of issues with printing. Like this one, the wing didn't print so well. A lot of them, the wings weren't printing well. Did a few of them, 3 or so. And this one here, the back dorsal wing, it broke and had some chunks missing out, so I filled it with Bondo, and then it was still cracking and stuff, so I put a nice covering of Mod Podge over it, and that seems to held it up pretty well. Just did a, I believe it was matte glacier gray on the top after doing a gray primer filler coat, and then painted the details on the canopy and the air intake there, and just did a little bit of light wash to accentuate some of the details, and then hand painted the squadron logos on the dorsal fins there, and then added LEDs to show afterburner effect with some smoke coming off. Used the flickering yellow LEDs, and then the smoke is just cotton that I used hot glue, put it where I needed to, stuck the cotton ball down, and then once the hot glue had dried, just kind of pulled the cotton ball away to give it that effect, and then sprayed over the cotton with my 3-to-1 Mod Podge mixture of water to kind of seal it in there and harden it a little bit. The plane is affixed to the VHS with some hot glue here on the edge just to give a little bit more strength. But I have a piece of metal hanger wire glued to the bottom of the wing, and then going inside of the VHS and secured inside of the VHS, and then the wiring for the lights are also following that path, as you can see underneath here. But I did drill out the exhaust to put the lights in there, and just had enough room to fold the wiring up against the light and push it into the exhaust. and get that in there, and then the wiring comes up underneath the bottom, and then just covered that with the same gray for the body to kind of hide it a little bit, but you're not going to see it that much, you know, when you're viewing it from this angle or from the side and whatnot. So it's kind of hard to see, but I wanted to give it that effect that it was flying, one, and two, kind of a reference to Maverick's tower flyby as he's flying by the VHS, given that close flyby. But that's about it, and then just used a 12 volt power adapter wired into all the LEDs, and have it coming out the back, and that is it. I might put some feet, little rubber feet on the bottom later, just to help protect the bottom of it. But yeah, that's it. Now let's get into some of those glamour shots.